Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, As-salatu was-salamu ala ashraf al-anbiya'i wal-mursaleen, wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa libaytihi wa man ittaba'a sunnati ajma'in. Fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Today we will be discussing about Surah Az-zariat. In the sequence of revelation it is 67. In the sequence of recitation it is 51. Chapter number 51 of the Quran. So Surah Az-zariat again is a Makki surah, and all the verses were revealed in Makkah except the verse number 10, 15 and 35 which were revealed in Medina. Zariyat is about the winds, and there are definition about how the winds are being described in the Quran. There are certain information which is to be known, and Quran has mentioned different type of winds in multiple chapters, and inshallah I will be talking about it in the next section. So we will start with the Surah Az-zariat. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والذاريات ذروا.
In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, by those winds that scatter dust.
فالحاملات وقرا.
Then those that bear load of clouds.
فالجاريات يسرا.
Then those that float with ease.
فالمقسمات أمرا.
Then those who distribute things.
إنما توعدون لصادق.
Whatever you are being promised is surely true.
وإن الدين لواقع.
And recompense of deeds is sure to happen.
والسماء ذات الحبك.
By the sky, having paths.
إنكم لفي قول مختلف.
You are involved in a contradictory discussion.
يؤفك عنه من أفك.
Turned away from this Quran is the one who is turned away totally from the truth.
قتل الخراصون.
Death upon those who make conjectures against the true faith.
الذين هم في غمرة ساهون.
Those who are drowned in ignorance, forgetful.
يسألون أيان يوم الدين.
They ask, when shall be the day of recompense?
يوم هم على النار يفتنون.
It will be the day when they will be heated on the fire.
ذوقوا فتنتكم هذا الذي كنتم به تستعجلون.
And it will be said to them, taste the punishment of your mischief. This is what you have been asking to be brought sooner.
So verse number 1 through 14 we heard, and these are very short verses, as we see the word وَالذَّارِيَاتِ ذَرْوًا. These are those who bear the loads. The winds is mentioned, or the cloud. As I mentioned in Quran, there are almost 19 or more than 19 actually, 25 type of winds are mentioned. One is rih, and rih is the wind, and there are winds of different kind. There are winds with the storms, and then floods and thunder and earthquake. These are involved in all the natural situation which happen in the nature. And there are winds which are known in the Quran as tayyibat. Tayyibat mean fair and favoring winds. Bushran, the one with the bringing the glad tidings. Then there is lawaqi, the one which is fertilizing. These winds, plantation happens with that. Fatasayr, they are raising clouds in hopes. Then tasrif, they are the changing winds. Then al-aqim, they are the devastating winds mentioned in the Quran. Asif, which is deemed tornadoes and stormy and violent squall, which is also known as andi as in Urdu. Asifat, that is the fast and gusting winds. Sarsaran, those are the rigorously raging sound and cold and ice with the raging storm. Then also hasiban. These are with the wind which has storm and the stone and wind and deadly tornadoes. Then samoom. These are the fiery and scalding winds. Az-zariat, this is the wind which we're listening about today. These are the scattering winds which takes the cloud, lift it up and scatter them around. Then asabaha wabil, then they are the rain with a storm. Al-tufan, these are the one which causes a flood and tsunami and hurricanes. Silar aram, these are the overwhelming dams winds. At-tagha al-ma'a, these are the flood beyond limits. These winds cause the flooding and that goes outside the limits. Ramad, the one which is turning into ash. Al-mursalati arfa, those are the one which make a heart happy and they make the person feel good. Nashra, they spread far and wide. Those winds which spread far things and fine. Then yuskinu riha, these are the helms of still winds, which is means the wind. There is wind, but there is still if you're in the situation you see. Ruha are the wind which are mentioned are gently and softly. Then there is a kasayib. This is another violent cloud thirst, or the burst of the cloud, a violent cloud bursting wind. Waradan, and wara'adun means the thunder and lightning, and the barq, as-sawa'iq, the sounding of the thunder sound. So these were the 25 different kind of winds which are being mentioned in the Quran, and we are being mentioned about this Zariyat. In this chapter, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about those winds which bear the clouds and scatter them. فَالْجَارِيَاتِ yusra, and those that float and ease. And then فَالْمُقَسِّمَاتِ amra, and those which distribute things. The winds, and some scholars say this is a reference to angels who have the assignment and do the job, and along with the winds they do the job. إِنَّمَا تُوعَدُونَ لِصَادِقٍ, and whatever you are being promised is surely true promise from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَإِنَّ الدِّينَ لَوَاقِعٍ, and indeed recompense of deed is sure to happen, because the pagan Arab, the Quraysh, they did not believe, believe in that there will be a recompense or what is supposed to happen in the future. When the recompense of the deeds will happen, they did not believe in. وَالسَّمَاءِ ذَاتِ الْحُبُكِ, and the sky having path. Means these are the path in which the angels come and go, and these are the path which probably we can define as black holes are mentioned, that one can pass from one to the other place. And it is nowadays the scientists are talking about string theory, about the space travel, and that way one person can walk from one sky to the second sky to the third and fourth. According to some scholars, where the Masjid al-Aqsa is, that's where the path is to come to the skies, because Prophet went to 7 skies and to the Miraj through that section where he stepped up on the ladder and he went up on the different skies and met Adam alayhi salam and all the prophets. So where is the Sama Izat al-Hubuk? And then also these are also referred to something about the galaxies in the path. So I think most appropriately we can describe is that the black holes which forms in small and large sizes, that could be defined. I do not know exactly, but this is my assumption. إِنَّكُمْ لَفِي الْقَوْلِ الْمُخْتَلِفِ, and indeed you are involved in contradictory discussion, like they believe in God but they believe in partners of God, na'uzubillah. They believe in life but they don't believe in recompensing of the life. So some of them do this, some of them do that. يُؤْفَكُ عَنَّهُ مِنْ أُفْكٍ, and turn away from the Quran in the one who is turned away totally from the truth. يُؤْفَكُ عَنَّهُ مِنْ أُفِكٍ means these are the really one who denied the Quran and turned away from it. قُتِلَ الْخَرَّاصُونَ, and the death upon those who make conjecture against the true faith, which means they used to accuse Prophet and Allah and Quran. الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي غَمْرَةٍ سَاهُونَ, and those who are drowned in ignorance and are forgetful. They are so much intoxicated in their disbelief that they are drowned into it. يَسْأَلُونَ أَيَّانَ يَوْمَ الدِّينِ, and they ask when the day of recompense will be. يَوْمَهُمْ عَلَى النَّارِ يُفْتُنُونَ, and it will be the day when they will be heated on the fire. They will face the fire, which is being, we have heard multiple times Quran mention about it. ذُوقُوا فِتْنَتَكُمْ هَذَا الَّذِي كُنْتُمْ بِهِ تَسْتَعْجِلُونَ, ذوقوا, taste. ذوقوا means ذوق, ذائقة, taste. فتنتكم, your test and the punishment. Taste for your mischief what you have done, and this is what you were asking for. هذا الذي كنتم به تستعجلون. This is what you were rushing to get to be brought to you. So that day has come. Now always in Quran, whenever there is a good or bad is mentioned, the opposite is mentioned. This time this all detail about the disbeliever mentioned, and now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing the situation of the day of judgment will be so horrible and the punishment will be so devastating for the disbeliever. Now they will be those who are in the faith, those who believe in Allah, those who are Muslim. This is what they will be getting in the day of judgment.